It's 11:42 at night. A homeowner's AC is completely down. The house is getting hotter and your HVAC office is closed. Can an HVAC AI voice agent answer that call and dispatch the right on-call technician? That is important. Not just only answer the call, but also dispatch the on-call technician. Yes, if it can identify the emergency, collect the right details, create the job, read the real dispatch result, and hand off when the automation shouldn't continue, then it can do all of that. I'm going to test that exact workflow in the FieldCamp Voice platform. So the first question is, what is an HVAC AI voice agent? An HVAC AI voice agent is the phone answering software that uses an HVAC company's services, hours, emergency rules, service area, and booking process. It captures the structured information and then books, dispatches, escalates, or creates a callback. You will also hear HVAC AI receptionist, virtual receptionist, AI answering service, HVAC call answering software. The test is whether it takes a message or completes the next step in the process. Second question is, can an HVAC AI receptionist answer calls 24/7 and filter the spam? It can cover nights, weekends, holidays, and overflow calls when routing is configured. It can redirect obvious sales or non-service intent. Career level spam blocking still depends on the phone provider that you guys are using. This is the after hours workflow I have built, which I'm going to demo you. So it's a pretty big workflow, as you can see on my screen. Now, of course, in the later videos, we are going to demo you how you can use our Claude's MCP to integrate or create this workflow directly in under 10 minutes. This entire workflow took me 10 minutes to make it. And what it does, it's pretty straightforward. It solves one of the biggest pain points for HVAC company, which is after our call and dispatching process. Now, few weeks back, I just walked into an HVAC company and just said that, hey, what is your biggest pain point? They are like, hey, we have implemented an AI voice agent for our HVAC company, but the problem is it only schedules, it doesn't dispatch it. So what you need is you need this entire process where the calls are taken, it checks the availability against your service areas, it does the pricing, quoting, etc. And then it uses something like an AI dispatcher by FieldCamp to dispatch the jobs as well. So the next morning, you're not playing catch up. So the first step is in the process is after hours greeting. Like, what do you want this AI voice agent to say? And the first step is usually a short greeting and one open question, like, tell me what's going on. Someone calling about a no cooling or a no heat after midnight doesn't need a long intake form just to get started. So the prompt over here is pretty straightforward. As I said, the greeting text is just going to be, hey, this is Riley from Ironwood Heating and Calling. How can I help you today? And then for the prompt, we have said that, hey, you should react first, then how you should talk with them, etc. So Claude helped us write this prompt in a very efficient way. Now the third question is, how does an AI voice agent determine whether an HVAC call is an emergency? It should follow the HVAC company's approved emergency call policy. It should never invent one. Here, no cooling in extreme heat, no heat in dangerous cold, a gas smell, active leak, repeated breaker trips, dangerous noise, or a medically vulnerable occupant can be urgent. Gas smell calls also require approved safety instructions and human escalation. So the agent over here, as you say, it's gonna triage what type of situation it is. If it's a commercial intake, it's just gonna route into that branch. If it's just doesn't need to hand off anything, then it's gonna end the call. And if it's an emergency triage, then it's going to go in that step accordingly. Now over here, if you see in the prompt, I have clearly identified what counts as a true after call emergency, what does not need what is not an emergency, how this goes, what are the rules, and what are the success criteria for this triage situation. Now for your voice agent needs to capture this policy, which is very important. Now, as you can see, residential and commercial HVAC calls need different paths. A residential no cool call may follow emergency booking, while commercial refrigeration with product at risk should escalate to the on-call dispatcher. So on the workflow, if you see over here, it is just ended with a human handoff if it's a commercial intake. So those are the two separate branches which have been made. Now fifth question is, can an HVAC AI voice agent dispatch a technician automatically and avoid double booking? Yes, with connected scheduling and dispatch integrations, but creating a job isn't same as confirming a technician, which I said earlier, which is pain point for majority HVAC companies, where the address which is spoken verbally should become coordinates. The job enters the AI dispatch queue. The agent reads the actual technician and window from the live schedule, and only customer accepts it, then only it is confirmed. So here if you see how it happens is the emergency call triage. Over here the first thing is the morning callback. If you want that process where if it's XYZ situation, then do a morning callback, then that is an option. But if you want something like, hey, get the caller name and details and address, then it's going to extract all those information over here, and the extraction prompt is going to be capture contact and location fields exactly as confirmed by the caller. Callback phone must be digits only form of the number that was called, that is supposed to be called back. Once that is extracted, then move into the dispatch flow, where you are going to use the two tools. One is FieldCamp AI Dispatcher and one is the geocode address, because the address, the user is just going to be like, hey, I am in Surf Coast Australia, but that does not reflect true coordinates of that location. So in FieldCamp's voice platform, verbally spoken addresses can use this geocode tool to automatically transform the address and pass it to the AI dispatcher. And then once the AI dispatcher gives a suggestion, it confirms with the user, and if it's all good, then it's going to just end the call and reflect that into your system of record. The As I said, few important things are the address becomes the coordinates and job enters the AI dispatch queue. The agent reads the actual technician in windows from the live schedule. Only customer accepts, then it is committed. So now let's test it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press start another test. Let me just save it out.
Hey, this is Riley from Ironwood Heating and Cooling. How can I help you today?
My AC stopped working about an hour ago. It's like 88 degrees inside, and my mother is here and she has a heart condition.
Oh man, in this heat? That's rough. What's it doing? Nothing at all? Okay. I hear you. One sec. Checking now, so we can get this triaged, alright? Yeah, that's not waiting till morning, especially with your mom's heart condition in this heat. I'm moving this forward for a technician tonight, and they'll confirm timing and
So, as you saw, it did the triaging exactly like it was supposed to be. Now there were two duplicates which we found. First of all was it did some qualification on the first prompt, so which means that we need to edit the first prompt, and then the emergency triage was where it was supposed to happen. So this is where, as I was saying, you need to keep the first prompt as small as possible, and then everything you want to ask at the try after the triaging has been done in that specific prompt. But through this you get the idea. Over here we just not only validated that the receptionist is going to triage the situation, if it's after hours emergency or if it can wait for next morning, but it is also going to collect all the information which is going to be needed from the user. And the last question, which is important, is can an HVAC AI voice agent work with your existing phone and field service software? Usually, you forward the after hours or overflow route to the agent. It connects to the CRM, field service software, calendar, or dispatch system, something like Service Titan, Job, or House Call Pro, which are the common field cam, which are the common HVAC systems. But every connector must be integrated into this voice systems. So then you run four different calls: a residential emergency, commercial escalation, a routine tune-up, and obvious non-service call. That's how you test whether an HVAC AI voice agent will be able to integrate into your existing stack or not. If not, you want something AI native which already has built-in tools like FieldCamp's voice platform, which integrates with FieldCamp's system of record and uses FieldCamp's AI dispatcher as your ecosystem. So you don't have to bolt on, verify if various APIs are going to work. You can easily connect various things to each other.